What's up, folks? So if you are on, what's up, AB Swole? Hey, Apple user, hello. So if you all are on YouTube or Facebook, you will need to say hi when you come in, or I will not know that you are there. Good gosh, you guys are going in really quick. What's up, good vibes? Hey, Amy. Hey, superstar. What's up, DJ Wright? Hey, Brandy. Hi. Oh my gosh, there's no way I can read all of your names. Good morning, John, Dilgrave, Ali, Sarah, Carolina, Pamela. Oh my gosh, Grammy. It's going really, really, really fast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm apologizing to my mods already because, as you can see, I'm going to touch some buttons today, and that's okay. It is what it is. If you are on YouTube or Facebook, please make sure that you say hi, or I will not know that you are here because I can only see comments, not when people join. What's up, Donna? How is everybody? See, Cats, Jennifer Ann, Beach Bum, Farah. Oh my God, it's going like super duper fast. What's up, Edith? Hey, Mark. Hi. Oh my Jesus. Hi, Estes, Conchita, Funny Face, Joseph. Yeah, Mila's feeling better. Hi, Melinda. I know. Sharita, hi. GB, what's up? Hello, 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 everyone. What's up, Sherry? Hey, Brittany. Hey, Titus. Hey, Vashti. Hill, Tina. I really want to know the answer to this question today, and I'm going to tell you why. We're going to be getting into it because I want to talk about some words that the Vice President of the United States of America said, and what a pastor had to say about what he had to say. What's up, Rashad? How is everybody? Y'all do know that TikTok is back in the Google Play and Apple stores. Yeah, so they are back. So yeah. It just is. Katzmandu. She's literally sitting over here. She was supposed to leave 2 days ago, and then ended up staying because they had to wait for something to be delivered. I didn't change them, Farah. I do not know why. I know it says everything is green. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I think that this is going to be because of. I think it is going to be because of the TikTok update. So some of you all, no, I did just update, David. That's what it is. So YouTube and Facebook, nobody is speaking that I know of. I'm not seeing you guys. So nope. See, I don't know. I don't know why I can't see anybody that may be on Facebook or YouTube that are speaking, because I honestly don't know. Hey, Titus. Hey, Cheryl. Holy jeez. So it had a new thing. Red Hot, it had a new thing for multi-guests. So that might be what it is. I'm not really sure. All right, but we are gonna talk about it. Yep, you can do everything from the app now, which tells me what? It tells me that TikTok is definitely using a different algorithm, other than ByteDance, and that's final, or it wouldn't be back in the apps, I don't think. Hey, what's up, Michelle? Hey, from YouTube, glad to see you. I don't know if you have to update, Uka. I updated because today was the first day that I saw an update available for me. So I did update. I don't know that you have to. Hi, welcome, first timer. Good to see you. What's up, Mary Shaw? Glad to see you as well. Your FYP was weird this morning. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. What's up, Blue Honey Pot? Is Sandy in here? If Sandy is not here yet, I did see your message. It should be fixed because a couple of other people did that selection. I will verify when we get off of here. What's up, Grayson? Hey, coolest mom ever. How is everyone? What's up, Penny GF? You saw it a second, but oh God, it went really fast. Yes, I see that. Thank you for subscribing. If you want to subscribe to the higher levels that are outside of the TikTok $3, then just let me know and I will put it in there. Let me also say this to you guys. Thank you for the hearts and kisses, folks. Yep, Edith, I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. Thank you. So let me say this. Hey, Candy Red. If so, they are turned off and won't allow me to change them. Go out and come back in, Farah, because I made sure that they were there for you. So I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. Nope. Penny GF, no, you do not. You stay exactly where you are. Nope. If you did If you are a current subscriber and you did one of the other tiers, silver, gold, or platinum directly through me, you do not need to subscribe through TikTok. No, you do not. Okay. We'll work it out, folks. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out. I still don't know what's going to happen with all of this stuff and what's not. So, yeah, this is like really nuts this morning. So, I can see you, Candy Kiss. You can do both if you would like. What's up, Inger? Good to see you over in YouTube world. Hey, Robin D. Hey, Ashley. All right. So I want to go over a couple of things. So there are folks that are here for the very, 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 very first time. And so I want to go ahead and let you, coolest mom, sounds good. What's up, Zoe? It is afternoon, isn't it? Geez, I'm an hour later than usual, but that's because a lot's going on. So let me start by saying this. If you are new, then it is Helen Wills, then it is, right? Did they upgrade TikTok? They did update it. I don't know about upgrade it. Hey, Kara, I can see you. Farah accidentally muted you on TikTok. Kara, thank you for the glasses. Everything is going really nuts this morning. Okay, so Kara, Red Hot accidentally got muted. I did see you on YouTube, Edith, and I said that I saw you. So Red Hot accidentally got muted on TikTok. If we can unmute Red Hot on TikTok, that would be fantastic. Okay, sounds great, Donoski. Holy geez. A lot. Red Hot, it's fixed. You're back. It was an accident. Okay, so all for the newbies. Let me just say this. If you are new to me, let me kind of give you 4 ground guidelines that I like to use in this space. So number 1, please be respectful at all times, not just with me, but with other people in the chat, with people that are on the panel, even if you don't agree with them, especially if you don't agree with them, just be respectful, right? So like we could all have, respectful conversations. What's up, Jewel? As if we are, grown adults. How about that? It's not as dark as it was. So, ooh, that was too bright. Okay. In addition to be respectful, do not use any slurs. If you use sissy, you can't do that. Go in the bedroom if you're going to play that one. If you are using slurs of any kind, you will be muted and booted from my live. I don't do slurs of any kind towards anyone. Got it? Next, don't spam on comments. If you got something you want to say it once or twice. Do not say it 1,000 times. And then the last thing is don't use all caps. All caps are for moderators and for a couple of folks that I know are visually impaired. So do not do that. Okay. So those are the guidelines, right? So just kind of letting you know ahead of time what we're doing. Jimmy Lee, what are we talking about? We are talking about Christian nationalism or being a follower of Christ. Which one are you? And that's the subject that we are talking about today. And the reason we are talking about it today is because of a statement that, yep, you're good, Robin D. That's fine. You can absolutely do that. Yep, Robin D, you're good. I have a couple of folks that I know have visual issues, and those folks are more than welcome to use all caps, right? Everybody else that just wants to be seen, don't do that. Mila, you can't do it, sissy. Okay. Now, next, let me just say this. The training is in the link tree. It is. Yes, it is. Yes, Brianna, I do believe that. Hey, Tam Bam, how are you? What's up, Titus? Hey, Renee. All right. So for those of you guys that are asking, what are we talking about? What's up, Tootie? We are talking about Christian nationalism or follower of Christ. Which one are you? And the reason that JD Vance is in the center of this image is because of a comment that he made that I want to talk to you all about. I saw it on my Facebook feed. And I also saw a response to it from Pastor Brandon, who did a really good, kind of response to it. And I want to kind of talk to you all about it. I want to tell you what JD Vance said, and then I want to talk about it. Now I really want to dig into this because here's what I'm getting tired of. I'm getting tired of Christian folks or people who claim Christianity as their faith, as their religion, right? And then those folks acting as if someone is persecuting them because people do not want their religion governing their lives. Like, I'm tired of that. You can be a Christian all day long. You can thump your Bible any kind of way that you want to. You can go to church 7 days a week if that makes you happy, twice a day and 3 times on Sunday. What you cannot do is have your religion dictate the lives and laws of other people. So this is what I'm tired of. No one is saying to you, don't be a Christian. No one is saying to you, your religion sucks. What we are saying to you is, number one, the way that you are practicing the religion of Christianity, which is what's supposed to be Christ-like, is not authentic to Jesus Christ himself. Therefore, you are most likely practicing Christianity, the religion, not being a follower of Christ. And on top of that, if you are doing it in support of the current government, you are practicing Christian nationalism, which is not the same thing as Christianity, which is not the same thing as a follower of Christ. So let's just be really clear. We're talking about three different things here. We are talking about follower of Christ. Then we are talking about the religion of Christianity. And then we are talking about Christian nationalism, and they are not the same things. And what I am tired of people doing, what's up, Lisa, is acting as if someone is persecuting you, someone is taking something away from you, someone is hindering your faith, because we do not want our entire lives dictated by a particular faith. And when I say we, I mean everyone who's not doing that. Let me just be very clear, okay? So somebody asked me about JD Vance. JD Vance is a recently converted Catholic. You can guess as to why. I don't want to speculate as to why. Michael, let's talk about that. I'm going to go ahead and request that you come on up here to the panel, and let's just see how much you know about that. So I've gone ahead and I've sent a request for Michael to join the panel. Hopefully Michael will do so. If Michael won't do so, then I'll definitely have something to say about that. Yeah, so it's always funny to me when people say that that America was founded on Christian values. Well, let's talk about what those values are, right? It's not DeBose. It's not that Michael. It's a wholly different Michael. But let's talk about that, because if we want to say, America was founded upon Christian values, well, what are those values? And if we talk about those values, do you think, well, then why are you on the clock on TikTok, Michael? Are you stealing from your employer? Thanks, Candy. I appreciate the glasses. Oh, Lord, B. Let's go ahead and talk, right? So let me just say, so when we talk about Christian values, that's the thing that tickles me, because Christians like to act like Christianity is the only religion that has values. Do you all think that the values in which you speak of, right? Let's talk about what they are. And do you think that Christianity is the only religion that has values? And do you think that the quote unquote values of Christianity are somehow different and not applicable to other religions that also have values? So this is the problem that I think that many people have when people start to say this thing about Christianity. Nobody else has to say, well, the United States of America was founded on Buddhist values, which, by the way, Buddhist values are pretty much very, very similar to the values of Jesus Christ. Right? So, oh yeah, no, Carrie, I'm not, it tickles me. So no, you can listen and you're allowed to have an earbud, and I'm cool with all that. It's interesting to me when people come in and they're actually participating and having stuff in the comments, and then they say, oh, no, I can't get up and talk because I'm at work. Well, then what are you doing? Because if you're going to come in and you're going to make a statement and you're going to have something to say, especially something that you think will be your employer. Hey, Pam, Danny's live. I love that. Hey, you got to contact your sister for the information that you need. All right. So let me just go ahead and we're going to dive right into this. Okay. Yeah, and I think that people need to pay attention to the verbiage that people use, because they like to say it so that it is, they like to say it and use, verbiage is important. So when people say the United States of America was founded on Christian values, they say that because then they don't want to say, they're saying, oh, I didn't say it was founded on Christianity, the religion. No, you're saying Christian values to try to somehow make it mean something that it doesn't. Here's what I would tell you is that the majority of the main religions, the majority of religions in the world have the same. I have, Grayson. I talk about it often, but let me just be clear and tell you all this, right? The majority of all religions have the same values. Most of them say, thanks for subscribing, Ro. Almost everyone says, treat thy neighbor as they want to be treated, right? Most, like literally, the values are the same in mainstream religion, all the way across the board. So I think the problem that a lot of people have with people that talk about Christianity and Christian values is that when you say Christian values, you say it as if your values are somehow better than everyone else's. You say it as if Christianity is somehow better than every other religion, which is kind of really interesting to me. Your ego does get the best of you. And I don't think that has any place in Christianity. It doesn't have a place in Christianity. Not being a follower of Christ. Now, it might have a place in organized religion that has become big business in the United States of America. It might have a place in that. All right. Do we want to talk about that? Because there is a difference. There is a difference between Christianity, as in being a follower of Christ, and Christianity, as in the 501c3s. Let me get an $18,000 castle door and put it on my house, Kenneth Copeland. Right? And have a private jet or two because I don't want to fly around with demons on the plane. Which, by the way, if you're the big mega pastor full of the Holy Ghost, you should be cool with being on a plane of demons because you should be able to cast them right out. Look at the work that you can do. Look at the work that you could do, Kenneth Copeland. If you was on a plane and all the doors were shut and it was just you and you being able to get them out of here. That's so funny to me. I'm just, listen, look at God, Raquel. Exactly. So, you know, sometimes when I talk about Christianity, people get offended and they think I'm picking on Christians. And this is my thing. If you feel that way, then you have to check what you're doing or believing as a Christian. You follow me? Because, okay, so for example, I hear people sometimes say things about Black women, right? Or biracial women or light-skinned women. Take your pick, right? But here's the thing. If I know that I am not that, I don't pay them no damn attention because they're not talking to me. So unless you fit into the category of the type of Christian that I'm talking about, or the type of person that claims to be a Christian that I'm talking about, then I'm not talking to you. And there's no need for you to be offended. There's no need for you to take offense. There's no need for you to think that there is something, wrong, right? So just if you feel that way, listen, don't make me talk about Paula White. The angels of Africa are calling right now. The angels of South America are coming right now. Them black and brown angels didn't go nowhere for her at all. Woof. I'm just saying. All right. So that's what she did. Didn't she? Good vibes. The angels of Africa are calling right now. The angels of Africa are calling right now. No, they not. They were not coming. They were not calling. They were not listening to you calling them. No, they wasn't. Nope, not at all. Can y'all just imagine all the angels in Africa going like this? Who's she talking to? Do we know her? I don't think I know her. Victory, victory, victory right now. Victory in the name of Jesus right now. Victory, victory, victory now. Give $1,000 while we scream victory right now. Give $1,000. The Lord said, if you give $1,000 right now, abundance shall come right now, right now. That's Paula White. And her cheating husband and his girlfriend that they employed at one point in time. Oh, we low B. Oh, are you leaving? Okay. Are you leaving now? Okay, I love you. What? Oh, I will. We'll do it. All right. I'm just saying, right. She is. Exactly, Doug. She is. All right. She's a straight mess. And the dude walking behind her, like, I don't know what she's doing. Let me just keep looking at my Bible. Right? I remember all of them. I remember the Jimmy Swaggarts. I remember the Tammy Faye Baker, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. I remember all of them. Right? All of them. Everyone should remember, right? So this is what I know, right? Is that whenever you start to put man above the actual commandments of Jesus Christ or the instructions of Buddha or just whatever, like literally, y'all, it exists. And for those of you guys who want to talk about Islam, let me just say this. Islam is one of the most peaceful religions ever. You hear me? Islam is one of the most peaceful religions ever. And you might say, well, there are extremists. Newsflash, there are extreme Christian nationalists too. There are Christian extremists. This is one of them. There are Christian extremists, and this is one of them. Just so everyone is clear what we're talking about today. For you guys over here on Facebook and YouTube, I'm talking about JD Vance right there, right? Oh, you're talking about Joel Osteen, who, by the way, his background is as a marketer. Is anybody surprised by that? That Joel Osteen is a marketing genius? That's his, huh? Right. Didn't want to open the doors. And then they found what? They found some money in the walls of his church. They were supposed to be hidden by the plumber. And then he got PPP loans. He got PPP loans and then had to give them back. Y'all know that, right? Joel Osteen got COVID money, like a few $1 million, and then gave it back when people found out about it. Right, Marky Johnson, that's right. Yeah. So when people talk about extremism when it comes to Islam, and you don't talk about extremism when it comes to Christianity, I know that there's a little bit of some bias or prejudice or bigotry in there within you. Because what's the only difference between those two religions? What's the, I won't say the only, let me say the main difference. What is the main difference between those two things when we talk about extremism, right? Am I a follower of Christ? Well, tell me if that's relevant. Tell me if it's relevant whether I'm a follower of Christ or not. Yeah, Michelle. Hold on. Let me show you. I love it when, so tell me why it's relevant to you. You want to join the panel? Let me send you an invite. Joel Osteen, PPP loans. Yeah, $4.4 million. Oh, and she might. Yeah. Hold on, I'm telling my family bye.
I'll see you later.
Okay, bye guys. Where are you at? See, you don't want to join? I will quietly leave if you're not. Here's what I will tell you is you determine that for yourself. You get to determine that for yourself. You can judge me by my fruit. How about that? You can judge me by my fruit. If you, and here, I will help you. I will help you. So let me just see. I'm going to do it with you. Let's do this. We will go to Galatians 5, 22 and 23. Okay. So I'm going to, but I mean, you feel free to judge whatever you would like. So yeah, that's Bree. She's leaving. Yeah, she's leaving. Okay. So Galatians 5, chapter 5, verses 22 and 23 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, forbearance, right? Kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, right? Self-control. Against those things, there is no law that can bring a charge, right? That's what it says. So what I would say is that if you join my lives, yeah, baby. Okay, wait just a minute, okay? If you, no worries, Sherry, you're good. So what I would say is, yeah, give me just a second, okay? Hold on one sec. Let me get Okay, 1 second, please. Okay, so this is the thing that I think it's funny. So when someone says to you, "Are you a follower of Christ?" Right? Don't hit, please, me. Yeah, boy. What, babe? Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Okay. I know. Okay, so let me just say this. When someone asks you, "Are you a follower of Christ?" The first clue for me is, why are you asking the question? Because people can say they are anything. People can say they are anything, right? But not always. So just if I say yes I am, what does that mean? Does that mean that I am? Or if I say no I'm not, does that mean that I'm not? What does that mean? So I don't know why people ask that question. I'm personally more skeptical of someone who puts in their profile, "Have you seen it? Christian, conservative, blah, 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 whatever." I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in how you live your life. I'm interested in what you do. I'm interested in what you do, not what you say. I'm interested in what you do. And so that's why I don't ever answer that question for people, ever. Okay, so Operation Expose. I'm going to bring you up. I'm going to ask you to be respectful. All right. And then we can have a respectful conversation. Good afternoon, Operation. What you got?
I don't understand the hatred against Christianity, against Trump. I don't understand why there's so much hate against it.
So let me ask you a question. So Operation, let me ask you a question. What have you heard me say that has been hateful about Christianity?
You just trying to tie in Christianity with politics, that's hate within itself.
So I'm trying to tie in Christianity with politics, or politicians?
Do you not have J.D. Vance in front of our Lord and Savior?
Because do you know what J.D. Vance said? Would you like for me to tell you? So let me tell you what J.D. Vance.
Are you tying in politics with?
No, I'm not. J.D. Vance did. J.D. Vance did. Would you like for me to tell you what he said? Would you like for me to tell you what he said? Okay, great. Because what he said is that we are supposed to put our, hold on, let me find the exact quote. Here it is. Quote, "There is a Christian concept that you love." So that's J.D. Vance saying there's a Christian concept. So that's not me bringing in Christianity. That is J.D. Vance talking about Christianity. And he says there's a Christian concept that you love your family, and then you love your neighbor, and then you love your community, and then you love your fellow citizens. And then after that, you prioritize the rest of the world. A lot of the far left has completely inverted that. Now, that is what J.D. Vance said. So if I have J.D. Vance up here along with the Christ and Jesus, the cross and Jesus, that's not me bringing up Christianity and politics. That is the politician bringing up Christianity.
Wait, is that really? I don't know if you're being serious, but is that really? So you're not bringing it up?
Stop.
No. Because J.D. Vance brought it up, that means if you bring it up, you're still not bringing. That doesn't mean you're bringing it up because J.D. Vance.
No, it means I'm not bringing it into it. You asked me, why am I bringing Christianity into politics? And I'm not. J.D. Vance did.
J.D. Vance said.
What?
What was wrong with what J.D. Vance just said?
Because it's not biblically accurate. Nowhere in the Bible did Jesus say there's a hierarchy to who you love and who you take care of. I'll get it. Jesus never said love your family first. He never said love your neighbor after that, and then only love your community, and then after you love your fellow citizens, because Jesus never talked about being a citizen of anywhere in terms of like who you should or shouldn't love. And then he didn't say prioritize the world only after you prioritize your nation first. So when J.D. Vance says that this is a Christian concept, and then what he describes as Christian nationalism, that's not me inserting Christianity or Christian nationalism into politics. That is the vice president, this man right here, doing those things and me addressing it. Can you put her noodles on for her, please? I sent you a text. She's having a fit. Sorry. So you can respond to that now.
Again, because JD Vance brought up Christianity, yeah, you still have an entire lie based on Christianity and politics. And if you don't think that you bringing in Christianity with politics, just because one person brought it in and you're just following up on what he said, I still think that you are still bringing in Christianity with politics. That's my opinion.
I mean, you can have that opinion, but the reality is this, right? So what I think is that for someone to have a discussion about what the vice president said as the second in command in this country is relevant, right? So I think people should discuss what our leaders say and examine what they say. And I don't think that people having that discussion is somehow wrong of them, bad of them, any of those things. I think that people are supposed to pay attention to the things that they say, and we're supposed to address them.
Fair enough. Let me ask you this. Do you believe 100% of everything that's in the Bible?
That's not relevant.
Of course it is. I'll tell you why it is. Do you believe everything? Do you believe in everything that it says?
I just said to you, it's not relevant.
I know. Do you agree with everything that the Bible says? Yes or no?
Again, that's not relevant to the conversation.
I'll tell you why it is. Because if you don't agree with even one thing, then that's you just picking and choosing based on your agenda.
No, because I'm not actually talking about what I believe. That's not what I'm talking about. No, sir. Let me just explain this to you and why you can't gaslight me. So here's what this is. This is JD Vance saying what he believes the Bible says and saying what we should do as a country. So what I believe is irrelevant. The only thing I have to do is look at what the Bible actually says, compare it to what he says, and then have that discussion. What I believe isn't relevant because I'm not trying to run the country and make laws based on what I believe. He is.
But you're the one that's saying that, but the Bible says this and that, so JD Vance was wrong.
Because JD Vance is bringing up the Bible. JD Vance is talking about being a Christian.
All right, I'm bringing up the Bible now. So do you believe in 100% everything?
It's not about what I believe. My question to you is, where in the Bible does it say that there should be a hierarchy in the people that you love and how you love them and when you love them?
Oh yeah, I haven't read the Bible in full, so I can answer that.
Do you believe that there's anywhere in the Bible that Jesus talks about loving your citizens first before you love anybody else in the world?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay, well then I don't understand. So do you actually have something to say that is relevant to the actual topic, which is what the vice president said about what he believes and about what the Bible actually says?
Well, here's my thing. My original, the reason I came on is why do you people always have Christianity involved in politics? And then your response is I didn't. JD Vance.
Correct. Yeah, I didn't put
to JD Vance. Right?
Correct, as I should.
So you responding to JD Vance alone is you bringing up politics.
No, sir. That's me addressing what the vice president brought up.
There's no way you don't think that. There's absolutely
it is. So like I didn't bring it up. I'm responding to it.
I agree. You're responding to it. But
correct. I'm responding to it as I should.
Okay, but it's still involving Christianity with politics.
No, I'm not. He's involving politics into Christianity.
He is too. I agree with you.
Well, no, he is. No, not he is too. He is. And I'm addressing what he did. I'm not involving it because here's how we know. Had he not said it, I wouldn't be talking about it.
But that's why I'm saying both of you guys are.
No. I'm not bringing Christianity into it. Christianity is already in it. So I'm addressing the Christianity that is in it.
Well, you have, in order for you to address something.
No, if it is already there, I'm not bringing it into it. It is already there. I'm not bringing it into it. It's already there. Well, no, I'm not agreeing to disagree because I don't disagree about fact.
I disagree, or I agree with myself. You agree with yourself. It's not a big deal.
I mean, you can agree with yourself, but I agree with fact. And the fact is really, really simple, right? The fact is that JD Vance brought Christianity into politics. I am addressing what he already brought in.
But you're still tying Christianity into politics, right?
No, I'm addressing the Christianity that J.D. Vance brought into politics.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So you're addressing.
Thank you.
You're addressing a topic that involves Christianity and politics.
I need a towel. I'm addressing what the vice president said about Christianity and politics.
Why can't you guys answer that?
I just answered it. You don't have to like the way I answered it, but I answered it.
So in other words, yeah, the answer is yes. You're addressing an issue that involves Christianity and politics.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, I agree with you.
Great. I'm addressing it. I didn't bring it up, but yeah, I'm addressing it.
Okay, perfect. So let's do this. Let me ask you, what do you think about Doge?
What do you mean? What do I think about it?
Do you like it? Do you like what they're doing?
No, I don't.
What do you not like about it?
Because I don't think they constitutionally have the right to do what they're doing.
Let's say hypothetically they had the constitutional right.
I don't do hypothetics. I only do fact. And so it's not hypothetical that they do. It's actually fact that they don't.
I mean, this is
No, get yours. You can't have Bella's.
For us to have a conversation, right? Because at the end of the day, they are. I've already went through this with somebody else, right? They have everything they've done is by the books.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. It's not. So let me just explain this. All right. So the president can do an executive order, right? But the president cannot create a new department of government. Only Congress can do that. And since Doge is not created by Congress, they do not have constitutional right to do the things that they are doing.
Can a president execute an executive order to?
But the executive order doesn't trump Congress. Hold on 1 second. I need to help my granddaughter. 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, you got to play with your sissy, not those. Okay? Yeah, you can't mix them together though, baby. You can't mix them together, love. Okay? You're all right. All right. So the point is, the president can absolutely create executive orders. Those executive orders, though, do not do the job that Congress does.
Okay, so can a president do an executive order to create a committee?
Yeah, but Dodge is not a committee, and it depends on what that committee does.
And I agree with you. So what is Deutsch then?
What do you mean? What is it?
What is it? You're saying it's not a committee. So what is it?
I mean, it's an unconstitutional organization of a white South African who's dismantling our American government.
So why is it not a committee? I mean, what are the reasons it doesn't fall?
So what's the name of it? Is there anything in it that says it's a committee? Because what do committees do? Let me ask you this. Do committees actually go in to our government departments and access the private information of millions of American citizens? Is that what committees do?
I mean, committees are set to do a lot of different things, and one of them could be under the law is to weed out waste.
Name the law that specifies a committee does that.
Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right
Sure.
back. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Remember to be respectful, everybody. You know, I'm up for having a respectful conversation at any point in time. You know, we can do this. That's all right, Pie Slice. You're good.
So there's 4 different types of committees. There's government committees, political action committees, corporate and nonprofit committees, local and community committees. So those are the 4 types, right?
So first you would have to tell me that Doge is a committee, because it's not.
Sure. Sure. So here's the thing. So government committees, right? There are 4.
I'm not asking you what types of committees there are. I'm asking you.
So Deutsch is a government committee, okay?
No, it's not. Tell me where you see that it's a government committee.
I'm about to read that to you.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why government committees are made are for investigative issues.
I didn't ask you if they are a committee.
What do you mean? Okay, so hold on. Give me 1 second.
So I'm going to tell you who's actually on the committee. The committee that is actually on government efficiency. Jasmine Crockett's on that committee. See, members of Congress sit on committees.
Right. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay?
Sure.
So investigative issues, draft and amend legislation, oversight of government agencies, budget and appropriations. Those are jobs of government committees. Okay.
And who makes up those committees?
What do you mean?
Who makes up those committees?
Donald Trump can create an
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir. Members of Congress are who sits on those committees, such as the House Oversight Committee, right? Such as the Commerce and Energy Committee. The committee members are members of Congress. That's what those government people do. Those are Congress people that make up those committees. You don't get to just pick random ass people from anywhere in the world and say, oh, I'm going to put you on a government committee. It's not the way it works.
Okay, so here's the thing now. Can we agree that President Trump can create an executive order to create a committee? Yes or no? A committee. Forget about what kind of committee it is. Let's not go down the rat hole.
Well, no, because it matters. And the answer is no. The answer is no.
There's no way you're saying that. You're saying a president cannot create an executive.
He cannot create. So let me just be clear. He cannot create a committee that is doing what Dodge is doing. No, he can't.
Okay, so here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go step by step so we can try to.
Well, no. I mean, okay.
Whether it's me or you, I might be wrong. Okay, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying maybe you can educate me, and that's what I'm trying to do step by step so to see where we're wrong at, or where I'm wrong, or where you're wrong, whatever it is. So, committee. We agree that a president could create a committee. Forget about what kind of committee is through an executive order. Yes or no?
I already answered you.
No, you didn't, because you're saying.
I did answer you.
That does what Trump is doing. That's not my question. Can they create a committee through an executive order? The answer is yes. Type it into Google Eagles.
I just answered you. It cannot be a committee that goes that does more than what it takes the position of what Congress does. No, he cannot. He cannot use an executive order that goes over the checks and balances of having a legislative office. Do you know who controls the budget?
Yeah, Congress.
Okay. So can an outside committee that is not made up of members of Congress, okay, can that outside committee change Congress's budget that Congress voted on and passed?
If that outside committee was created by an executive order?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Absolutely not. Not at all. What would be the purpose of having Congress then? If the president could just pick whoever he wanted and say, go in and change the budget. So let me just explain this, okay? So we have what is called a democratic constitutional republic. That's what we have. The democratic process, so we do have people that run the country, but those people represent the constituents that elected them by popular vote, okay? So those people that have been elected by their constituents are who is part of our legislative process. So they are the people, they represent the will of the people. Okay. And what the president can't do is he can't say, but I like this guy better than all of you all. And even though all of you all voted and agreed on this budget for our entire country and for all of these different departments, I want this guy to come in and change that. The president can't do that. It's unconstitutional.
Okay, so I guess I'll try to phrase that a little easier. So in other words, you're saying that the president could create a committee as long as it falls in the guidelines of the law and with regard regards to what its purpose is.
What?
So a president could create a committee through an executive order as long as it's within the guidelines of the law.
No, as long as it is within the guidelines of the executive. I mean, I don't know what kind of committee he would want because that committee can't do anything that Congress controls. So if the president wants to create a committee and that committee wants to do, I don't know, if that committee wants to do, like, first of all, who's funding the committee?
The taxpayers of the United States.
No, but who's giving them the budget? Did Congress give them a budget?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. So unless that committee has a budget that Congress passed for them, then no, they're just an unfunded group of people.
It's actually a really good question. I wonder who does budget on Deutsch. Budget and this type of commercial committee.
See, that's the point. DOGE is not an official government agency. They have no official government budget, which is why they are an unconstitutional entity and should not have access to the United States Treasury or the Department of Education.
We agree that they're not an agency. I agree. They're not an agency.
It doesn't matter what they are. Agency, committee, I don't care what they are. They're not a government anything because they don't have a budget that has been passed by Congress, which means they have no constitutional access to the American citizens' information.
But that's not one of the requirements, though, right? To have a budget is not one of the requirements. I mean,
if you're going to be a government agency, yes, the requirement is to have a budget. And if you do not have a budget, if you have not been given a budget by Congress with which to act, then you don't have the authority to go into our government agencies.
I'm trying to actually, like I said, that's a question.
Hold on, I got to take her noodles off the stove. Be right back, folks. Sissy, do you want some too, though? Is she sweet? No. Bella, do you want some noodles too? Sure. I can still hear you, by the way, if you want to talk. I'm just not sitting in front of the screen. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you want to go in my room and do it? Yeah.
Can you set it up on my computer though?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know how to get into my to get into the school thing.
Oh, all you do? Okay, yeah, give me your thing and I'll do it for you.
And I also will probably need your charger.
I gave you one. The one that I gave you for your Switch works for your laptop. What? I can't hear you when you get Mila, not so loud, please. Yeah. Yep, you bring that to me and I'll help you. Yeah? Whatever you want to do. Okay, so for those of you all who are new to me, my daughter works and she's in school to be a nurse, and I watch my grandbabies, and today is a teacher work day, so they have e-learning from home. So I'm multitasking. Yeah. So I'm back.
Well, you are a good grandmother for doing that.
Well, thanks.
So I was researching it, and that was a good question. So with regards to how it's funded, it's actually funded. It says on January 27th, 30th, they say that money from Deutsche apportionments on January 20th, 30th say the money comes from funds appropriated in the second fiscal 2024 appropriations package. The law provided $8 million for the Information Technology Oversight and Reform account that used to fund the U.S. Digital Service. So in other words, they took money from somewhere else that wasn't being used and they used it for
you can't do that. You have to use that money for exactly what Congress passed the budget for it to be used for.
again, I'm not well versed.
Well, I mean, I can tell you that you cannot take money from one place and use it for something else. That budget was for something different. It had nothing to do with 2025. You can't do that. So like that would be like me taking money for I don't know, veterans, right? For the Departments of Veterans Affairs and using it to deport immigrants. Can't do that.
I mean, you can't use FEMA money for immigrants as well, right?
So you have to understand.
I don't want to pivot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Because I can actually tell you where you're going with that, and you don't want to go down that route because that money is actually not FEMA money. That's money. So there are different parts of FEMA and different departments under that agency. And so it has nothing to do with emergency relief money. It's something entirely different.
I didn't know that there was a department for helping immigrants out.
Absolutely, they are. Yep, sure enough.
With regard, so I think so. Another thing that it says that is in the next budget, which is coming out shortly, or they're proposing something that's going to give them only 30, which I think is very little money, but they're going to give them $30 million to continue operating.
So again, the point is, I don't care what they are going to do. Right. As of today, they are not a legal government agency. They do not have a budget passed by Congress. They are operating illegally and unconstitutionally right now.
Can I ask you a question? And you might be right, but maybe you can educate me because I'm not always right? I can admit that. So can you tell me where it said that you need money, or the department has to have some type of funding to have it be legitimized?
Who can create a government department? Who are the only people that can create government departments that can change the way that our government is made up of? It's only Congress. Yeah, I thought you were going to hand it to me so I could log you in and you could take it in there. Why can't you put it on the bed? I don't understand. Or hey, get one of the black TV trays that Auntie Bree had. Yeah. One more moment. Sis, but
take your time. Take your time.
Make sure you plug up the charger bag though, okay? Mila, come in here because Bubby has e-learning with his teacher. Okay, I'm back. Be nice, guys. Remember, be nice and be respectful. You don't have to be nice, just don't be disrespectful. Hey, guys. Good to see you. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Jameson. All right, Operation, I'm back.
So, I guess it's hard to say. So, in other words, you need to have, in order for a committee to be established as a committee, then it needs to be, I guess it needs to have some type of funding, but is that really one of the requirements to having it be a committee, right? That's my question.
So first, Dodge is not a committee. That would be the first thing. The members of committees are congresspersons. The president manages the conduct of executive branch offices, but if it's only Congress that establishes departments and agencies. And then Congress is who determines the budget for those departments and agencies. Congress is the only people that can do that. Donald Trump, no president can do that. And I would be telling you the same thing if it was Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. It doesn't matter. And the reason they can't do that is because that is part of our checks and balances. We have a judicial branch, an executive branch, and a legislative branch specifically for that reason. Because we have presidents, we don't have kings, we don't have dictators. And so we have Congress elected by the people to keep them in check.
So I still don't understand how it's pronounced, but it is, so it's not a committee, it's a subcommittee. So
no, the subcommittee that you're referencing is the committee of Congress people that are overseeing Dodge. The committee that you're talking about, that's the committee, that subcommittee you're talking about. That's the subcommittee of congresspersons.
I'm reading. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pull up the source. Everything I'm reading is saying it's a subcommittee. So
yeah, but the subcommittee that you're talking about is made up of congresspersons.
So, and let me ask you this: what is Deutsch then? What is it supposed to be? Let me ask you that.
Listen, if you want me to tell you, okay, so Dodge is bullshit. It's an illegal entity that is unconstitutionally having access to the American citizens' private information, right? That's it. It's literally not a legal thing, period.
Okay. So I can be right. It's not a committee. It's I'll just researching a little bit more. It's organization.
Yeah, but it can't be created. You understand? You cannot. Only Congress can create a department, an agency. Only Congress can do that. Only Congress can.
So can I give you the law in which a president is allowed to make an organization or a committee through an executive order?
Sure. What you need? You looking for the pencil?
Yeah, the pencil and eraser I gave them.
Don't make me lie. It might be over there with her school stuff.
I also need a blue and highlighter.
Look in that. Here's yellow. Look in that second drawer right there for a blue highlighter.
Okay, so it is executive. Okay, so I'm sorry. U.S. Constitution, Article 2. So it's the Federal Advisory Committee Act, FACA, FACA, and then it says 5 USC APP, and it says the president's executive power. This is under Article 2, Section 1. Allows them to organize and direct the executive branch. The president's role.
Right, but this is not an executive branch.
I know. What's that?
Hold on a second. Did you find it? One sec. Belle, where'd you put your the pencil that Dominic gave you? Because he needs it.
It's fine. Do you have like any other?
Yeah. And look for the eraser in my bag. Don't use that. It's covered in graphite, baby, or charcoal. Use the one that's in my bag in there. Yep, you can use that green one if you want. Okay, so listen. So I'm going to look up the one. So say the one that you just told me, and then I'm going to give you the one that I have pulled up. But go ahead.
So there's two of them. There's Article Section 1 that says that the president's executive power allows them to organize and direct the executive branch.
Hold on. Article. Hold on.
Create advisory groups.
Wait, what I want you to do is do Article. Say it so I can pull it all up.
Article 2, Section 1, and Article 2, Section 3.
Right, but what clause? Because Article 2, Section 1 establishes the role of the President of the United States and the process for electing them.
I'll pull it up for you. Hold on, give me 1 second.
What, baby? Because what Article 2, Section 1 just establishes the role of the President and the process for electing him and the VP. He has the power to run the executive branch, but that doesn't have anything to do with it creating a government agency. So here's what I would love for you to, if you look up Article 1, Section 2, Clause 2, Point 3.6, which is the creation of federal offices. That is Congress. The Constitution gives Congress substantial power to establish federal government offices. As an initial matter, the Constitution vests the legislative power in Congress. Article 1 bestows on Congress certain specified or enumerated powers. The court has recognized that these powers are supplemented by the necessary and proper clause, which provides Congress with, quote, broad power to enact laws that are convenient or useful or conducive to the beneficial exercise of its more specific authorities. The Supreme Court has observed that the necessary and proper clause authorizes Congress to establish federal offices. Congress accordingly enjoys broad authority to create government offices to carry out various statutory functions and directives. The legislature may establish government offices not expressly mentioned in the Constitution in order to carry out its enumerated powers, but that's Congress, not the president.
So I have it pulled up. So Article 2 of Section 1, if you pull it up.
No, Article 2, Section 2, Clause 2, Point 3.6.
Well, for some reason, so I'm on the constitutioncenter.org. I don't see that Clause 2, Clause 3 thing.
I'm on constitution.congress.gov.
So so in there, right, it should say this exact line. This is the exact quote from the actual Constitution. The executive power shall be vested in the President of the United States of America. He shall hold his office during the term of 4 years, and together with the Vice President chosen for the same term, be elected as follows. Hold on one second. He shall from time to time give the Congress information of the State of the Union and recommend their consideration such measures as he shall judge necessary. This is gonna be going on. I'm reading the whole thing. I have to figure out.
Yeah, but it says he can advise Congress, but he can't create it.
Oh, there it is. So this says he shall take care that the laws be faithfully executed and shall commission all the officers of the United States. And then.
But these are not officers of the United States.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, I'm not debating that. I'm just trying to. Together with Vice President. Hold on one second. There's so much in this that I'm trying to filter it out. Which I should have done already, but
It's okay.
The federal joint that makes sense. Okay, so if you could, how about do this? Can you Google take care clause? The take care clause, TAKE, take care clause, and that pretty much summed everything up. Take care clause is a clause that the U.S. Constitution that requires the president to ensure that the laws are carried out. And it appears in Article.
But the laws are carried out. So who makes the laws?
So that's what it's going to say. So what does the clause give the president power to do? Inform. So a lot of things, right? Inform Congress about the State of the Union, implement measures, adjourn, receive and
So the only time. So let me give you an example of what you're saying. Okay, so listen. So what you're talking about is once a law is passed, okay, once a law is passed creating the department, then the president can use an executive order to actually create the actual to align with the law. So a law has been passed saying that we're going to have this new thing, right? So give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. All right. So blah 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 blah. Whoops.
So can I real quick just this grants the president executive authority over the government, meaning they have the power to structure and direct executive functions, including the creation of committees.
Right. After the law has been passed. He can't create something until the law has been passed.
So you're saying he can't create a committee until the law has
So, for example, I'm going to give you so the EEOC, right? So the President's Committee on Equal Opportunity, JFK made that committee, but he could only make that committee after the law had been passed in 1961. Executive Order 10925. And this is about you can't be discriminated against because of race, creed, color, national origin, whatever. And then they cite it. It's 13 CFR 1960 sub. So see what I'm saying? He can only create something to fulfill the law passed by Congress. There was no law passed by Congress to create Dodge.
Okay, so with that thought, right? So let me ask you this: in 2020, so I'm looking at other commissions, right, that were created in prior administrations.
Sure.
For Joe Biden, Presidential Commission on the Supreme Court of the United States. So that was a commission that was created. There was no law that was passed for that one.
Can you bring it to me?
Of the Supreme Court of the United States. So that was created by Joe Biden. There were no.
Wait, what are you talking about? Wait, what are you talking about?
So Joe Biden created a commission. Right?
But a commission is not a so let me just explain something, okay? It is not an official government agency or department or whatever. Hold on. There. Now he's good. So we've got a Supreme Court already. The only thing that the president can do is he can create something to follow along with the executive branch, because that's his branch of government. He cannot create a department for the United States government, right? As an agency. Only Congress can do that. It's not legal. Thank you, Lisa. Exactly. Commissions advise, an agency develops and institutes policy. Oh, he left. I didn't kick him. He left. I don't know, Sharon. He was somebody that asked to come up. He left. I don't know what happened. He left. Oh, he's back. Well, he's back. Maybe he dropped by accident. Hold on.
Sorry. I dropped by accident. Sorry. That was my fault.
That's okay.
So I guess where the biggest disagreement is, right? And this is what I don't like doing is, although you think you're right, I think I'm right. No matter what, I feel like all we're gonna do is get into the argument and start, you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue because I don't think I'm right. I know I'm right because I actually can tell you what the exact law says. I literally just read it to you verbatim that Congress is the only people that can create the agencies. I mean, if this were a thing, if what you were saying was true, then the Senate would not have to confirm his nominees to run the departments. You see that? So, like, if the president could do what you're saying, and let's just say that the president could create a department, and then the president could nominate who he wanted to lead that department, right? Then they would not have to go through a nomination process, and the Senate would not have to approve them and vote on them. But the reason the Senate has to approve even his nominees is because the president doesn't have the power to create an agency and to have it funded and to have somebody run it and have them do the things that Congress does.
So can I ask you a quick question? So I agree with you that it's not an agency, right? I think we're both.
I don't care what it is. It doesn't have the legal authority to do what it's doing.
So just to sum it up, right? And you're saying that a president cannot use an executive order to create a committee or organization.
No, I'm saying the president cannot use an executive order to create anything that supersedes the power of Congress. That's what I'm saying. Or else we would have a king or a dictator and not a president and a Congress. Why would we need Congress?
Fair enough. So here's my question now. What part of Deutsch, or however you pronounce it, I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but what part of Deutsch supersedes the government or the government's authority?
What do you mean? Going into the United States Treasury, accessing their systems, of firing people, kicking people out, like all of that supersedes their authority.
But here's the thing though, by superseding their authority, then you have to come up with agency or only this
There are
people.
so oh, Lord, please help me, Jesus. You cannot possibly think that the president can just pick somebody randomly off the street and give them the power to walk into the United States Treasury and access all of their systems. You can't possibly think that.
I believe that he's not an individual, but he could. I know he could create a committee, and that committee is allowed to.
They are not a fucking committee, and they cannot do that. Only Congress. I literally, like, sweet baby Jesus, I can't. Like, I'm literally telling you every single law. There's not a single law that tells you what that he can do what he's done. You haven't been able to give me a law, but I've been able to give you laws. I have been able to give you the constitutional laws that absolutely says they can't do the thing that they're doing.
So I think I get, so Article 2, Section, or I'm sorry, Article, what was that I mentioned? Article 2, Section 1, and Article 2, Section 3, and then there's also the Federal Advisory Committee Act, FACA of 1972. And then it gives you, actually, I got a couple examples here too, but no, but then it's just, it's just, I just don't want to take up too much of the lifetime by going through the thing and trying to find it. But as you know, laws are very complicated.
So it would be really useful to look at what limitations executive orders have.
So Article 2 of Section 3, it says it mandates the president ensures laws are faithfully executed. Which can
laws.
Hold
on, but stop right there. Stop right there. We're going to do that one sentence at a time. And read the first part again.
Sure. Mandates that the president ensures laws are faithfully executed.
Stop right there.
Sure.
So who creates the laws?
Congress.
So if what he's doing isn't fulfilling the laws created by Congress, then he can't do it. And what he's doing right now is not based on laws passed by Congress, so he can't do it. That's it. It stops right there.
But that's not a requirement.
It is a requirement. The very first part of that requirement is to execute the laws.
Yeah, so it says mandate that the president ensures laws are faithfully executed.
Correct.
Okay, so and then let me read the second. No, we'll move on to the second one. Which would involve creating.
But which would involve. But you can't go on if you haven't done the first part. You can't create shit if it's not based on the laws.
No, I know, but hear me out 1 second. So it says so it mandates that the president ensures laws are faithfully executed. So in order, so it's
which would include, right? Do you see that? So which would include means that what he's doing is fulfilling the first sentence. So if what he's doing isn't fulfilling the first sentence, then he can't do the second sentence. He can't create anything. He cannot create anything that does not faithfully execute the laws.
No, so here's how I read it, right? It says, I read it as in, look, so it says, which can involve creating advisory bodies, okay, to assist in implementing federal laws. So
advisory bodies do not go into federal departments, access their computers, and fire people and kick people out. Like advisory positions do not, they don't do that. Advisory, which means I sit my ass behind my desk, I mind my business, and I tell you what I think you should do. And then I request information from you. I analyze that information from you. And then based on that, I give you my advisement as to what I think you should do. Advisement does not mean I get to go into a government agency that is created by Congress, right? That is funded by Congress, tell people they can no longer do their jobs, bring in 19, 20, 24, 25-year-olds and access all of your government files and do that. Like, I can't. Period. I can't do that. I cannot lock federal government employees out of their jobs. Period.
Okay, so, and I mean, again, let me just address it real well, okay? In how I take this, right? It says a president could create advisory bodies to ensure laws are faithfully executed. That's how I read it. So creating these advisory bodies to make sure and ensure that laws are faithfully executed. In other words,
no, you don't get to invert them. You don't get to invert them. Read both sentences.
Sure. It says, okay. So this is by the way, it's called the take care clause. If anybody
I know what it is.
Article 2, Section 3 mandates that the president ensures laws are faithfully executed, which can involve creating advisory bodies to assist in implementing federal laws effectively.
Right. Assist in implementing federal laws. Yeah, baby. Okay, so this is my thing. All of it has to do with laws. Period.
Right, so,
And Congress has made no laws for Dodge. Period.
do you agree that the president has the authority to create these committees to ensure that the laws are being implemented correctly?
He can't advise them. Those committees do not have the power to lock people out of their jobs, bro. What part of that do you not get?
Okay, so fair enough. So we can agree that he can make. So at least we can agree that he could create committees
In an advisory capacity, in accordance with laws created by Congress. There is no law created by Congress in which this agency has any authority.
Okay, so I'm happy at least we're getting somewhere, right? We agree that president could create.
No, we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere. So let me just say this, okay? Because now I'm starting to not think that you're as genuine. So because here's the thing. We're not getting somewhere because the president can create a committee or an agency. That has nothing to do with what Dodge is, period. Okay? We already have established he cannot create departments or agencies. He cannot create a committee that supersedes the departments and agencies created by Congress. And what Dodge is doing right now is superseding the departments, the employees, and the budgets created by Congress. So in fact, they are violating the law.
Okay, so we can agree to disagree. Can I ask you one simple question and I'll get out real quick? If everything he was doing was following the law to the T, right? And if everything he was doing was legal, what they're doing right now and finding this fraud and waste, do you agree that we should be getting rid of this fraud and waste? Forget about how it's being done.
I don't believe that they're getting rid of fraud and waste.
What do you mean they don't agree?
I just said what I said. They're not getting rid of fraud and waste. I mean, you're like, it's like, okay, so like, I don't know, if hell freezes over, would we all agree? Like, that's just crazy. I'm not going through it's not legal. That's the first thing. Let me say that it's not legal. And we're not getting rid of fraud and waste when we turn around and we want to give Elon Musk a $400 million contract for fucking armored cyber trucks. It's not getting rid of waste. It's not getting rid of waste. Hold on, I'm going to finish now. We are not getting rid of waste when we want to end $44 billion of humanitarian aid that hurts American farmers, but then we want to spend $350 billion to deport children and immigrants who pay state, local, and federal taxes. It is not getting rid of waste, period.
That contract you were referring to was made by the Biden administration. And that's all.
I don't listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
It's not getting rid of waste. So if it was made by the Biden administration, then Elon Musk should have said, hey, listen, this is waste. We don't need to do that.
But you guys, why not blame Biden for providing the money to you?
Biden's not in office today.
No, I know, but he was.
Well, why did it still exist? Why did it still exist?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't care who did it. I don't care. And I thought electric vehicles were the problem, according to Trump anyway. Right? So let me tell you where you have taken, and the only reason I'm entertaining this entire conversation is because there are other people that are listening who think like you. So let me tell you where we started. Here's where this conversation started with you and I. The conversation, you had a problem with my background. And you said that I was bringing Christianity into politics, when clearly I was not. Clearly, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, they are the people that are bringing Christianity into politics. And there's nothing wrong with me addressing what those people say. Yes, baby. Yes, right? So that was where we started. And then miraculously, somehow we got onto Dodge, whatever you want to call it. And even after we have ridiculously numerous of times, right, talked about the fact that what they're doing is not legal, period, at all. Okay. Now all of a sudden we're moving on to something else. Like if the sun was shining and unicorns were jumping over rainbows, would it be okay for whatever? Like, I'm not doing that. The reality is this. What they are doing is unconstitutional. What they are doing violates federal law. What they are doing is a coup. It is a dismantling of the United States government and putting our entire country at risk in the name of white Christian nationalists. That's what we're doing.
But you just said that you don't bring up Christianity into politics.
No, I didn't. I said I address it. I'm addressing what other people have brought up, period.
Okay, so addressing it isn't bringing it up.
Addressing it isn't putting Christianity into politics. If you don't want me to talk about Christianity in politics, then tell your president to not go and stand outside of a building with an upside down Bible. If you want me to not talk about Christianity in politics, then tell your vice president to not talk about Christianity in his interviews to justify what they're doing. It's just that simple. And whatever they bring up, I'm going to talk about it because I'm not sitting back. Surrendering in advance. I'm not complying in advance. I'm not laying down and I'm going to talk about what they're doing and the fact that it isn't legal. And by the way, it's not even Christ-like. So it's not legal. It's not Christ-like. I'm going to talk about every single thing that they do from here until Jesus comes back, whenever that happens. If people don't want me to talk about it, then they shouldn't do it. If they do it, I'm going to talk about it, period.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with this. I know there's one thing that me and you do agree on. I think we can agree that both me and you don't know how to pronounce Deutsch.
Oh, I can tell you this. I can pronounce it. It's called scam. It's called coup. It's called unconstitutional. That's how I pronounce it.
I'm always made fun of on these lives, and they say, "You idiot!" I still don't understand what they're saying, but I don't understand. I don't know how to pronounce this one of those tongue twisters. But
yeah,
anyway, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I much appreciate it.
Yep. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks, man.
Sheesh. Everybody doing okay? Thank you, Smile City, for the glasses. Listen, so I want you guys to understand, I know sometimes that it can be taxing. Oh, thanks for the dinosaur operation. Appreciate that. I know that it can be taxing. And what I want you to remember is that when there are 350 other people in the room, right? It's not just about the person that I'm talking to. It's about everyone else that is listening, right? Appreciate the money gun. So that's what we're doing. Yes, baby girl. I'm working. What are you doing, love? You're eating your noodles? Okay, eat your noodles. And then listen, make sure that you potty on the toilet because you're going to school and you're a big girl. We don't want to forget, right? Chewish. Right. Yes, baby girl. Huh? I don't know. We got to see. All right. So why is your anxiety high right now? Listen, you've got to breathe, folks, as we go through this process. Okay. Let me just say this. So I want to tell you guys a couple of things for those of you guys who either registered to attend the training that I did and didn't get in, or you weren't able to register because all of the seats were taken. 100 people registered, about 70 people showed up, I believe. That training was recorded. It is now in my link tree, so you can actually download it and listen to it and all the things. Thanks, Carol, for the reminder. Okay. So, Bella, will you get in the fridge and get Tutu a thing of the bottled Fiji water, please? I'm behind on other things because there's only one of me, right? And y'all know I'm trying to do a lot of things all at the same time. So what I wanted to talk about is this thing that JD Vance said. He was in an interview, okay? And this interview was with Fox. It's a little square bottle and it says Fiji water. It might be in the bottom in the door or on the bottom shelf. Did you get it? Thank you, love. Oh, yes, baby. It's like that, yes, but there's one in the fridge that's cold. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, so let me just it was earlier this month. 1 second. Girls, you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. It's okay if both of you bring it to me. I'm gonna drink more than one while I'm on here. All right. So it was earlier this month. Okay. And there's a great response by a guy on Facebook called Pastor Brandon, who's actually a pastor. And so, right, the fight to help, Terry, right. The fight to help. So the kids are watch it. Hey, watch it. If you Mimi, don't touch that. That light bulb in there gets hot. Okay, don't touch that area up there because it can burn you. You ever touched a light bulb in the daggone fridge? So there's a pastor. You guys love Pastor Brandon. So this is what I'm talking about. It's okay. Just close it. It's fine. Jesus. All right. So, right. It gets hot and I don't want them to touch it. All right. But Mila figured out if you push the little button, the light goes out. And so she thought it was cute to play with. It's okay. I'll get it. It's okay. All right. So here's what, so this is Pastor Brandon and it's a beautiful response. And I even got out my Bible for you guys just in case, we didn't, we need some extra reading. Okay. But, he's responding to JD Vance's statement, right? And so what he says is, quote, JD Vance says, there is a Christian concept that you love your family, then you love your neighbor, then you love your community, then you love your fellow citizens. And then after that, you prioritize the rest of the world, which that is not Christianity. That is nationalism under the guise of Christianity. That's what that is. When you say we're going to put our country first, right? And then we're going to say that we're putting our country first under the umbrella of Christianity, then that is Christian nationalism, right? So that's not what that is. And so that is why I have his picture here. That is why I'm asking the question. Is it, are you a Christian nationalist or are you a follower of Christ? Because those two things are not the same. Okay. And so here, I want to read to you Pastor Brandon's response really quick. And so this is what he said on February 3rd. Pastor Brandon says, as much as I don't want to touch this one, JD Vance stepped inside the quote, love God and love others conversation. So I felt compelled to respond. And this is what he says. Vance's statement might sound like a Christian concept, but it's exactly the exact opposite of what Jesus taught. Nowhere in Scripture does Jesus command us to prioritize love based on proximity, nationality, or citizenship. In fact, he repeatedly destroys that kind of thinking. In Luke 10, when a lawyer tries to justify who he's required to love, Jesus responds with the Good Samaritan, a story where the hero is the very outsider Jewish society despised. What's the point? Love isn't about who's closest or more familiar. It's about who needs it. In Matthew 5-7, Jesus obliterates tribalism. Quote, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, end quote, which is Matthew 5:44. There's no caveats. There's no, this is Pastor Brandon. There's no hierarchy. In Luke 4, Jesus stands in his hometown synagogue and reminds them that God has always shown grace to outsiders, and they try to throw him off a cliff for it. Vance's quote unquote Christian concept isn't Christian. It's a survivalist model. It's what we were taught in disaster relief. You start with family, then you widen your circle outwards. That's practical for triage, but it's not biblical love. Jesus doesn't command us to rank our compassion. He commands us to love without restriction. Without restriction. This isn't a theological mistake by JD Vance. It's gaslighting and politically distorting scripture and the heart of Jesus. Christians are now being told that Jesus's radical, all-encompassing love is actually a misinterpretation, and that the real Christian way is to love selectively, starting with your own tribe. But that's not gospel. That's nationalism, wearing a cross like a fashion accessory. And I think it's like really important, right? Joe, I invited you to come to the panel. Hopefully you'll do that, right? So this is what we have to be talking about, period. Right? 100%. Because people like to pretend like Christianity is under attack. It's not. Christian nationalism is under attack. Christian nationalism is being resisted. Christian nationalism is being thwarted, right? Christian nationalism is being put down. People are resisting that, right? But that's not the same thing. Because if Christians were practicing Christianity, or if they were practicing the guidebook of Jesus Christ, right? No one would have to push back against that, right? So I'm going to give you an example, right? If Christians, right, if JD Vance were following the principle of love thy neighbor as thyself, nobody would push back against that. If we were feeding the poor, no one would push back against that. If we were taking care of children, the least of these, no one would push back against that, right? When you say, why was the FBI investigating Catholic then? Tell me what you mean. I mean, there could be a number of reasons. It could be because of the ridiculous hundreds of children that were SA'd in the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church hierarchy knew about those atrocities and simply moved those bishops around to different parishes to keep them hidden. That could be a reason that they were being investigated. It could be the reason that the Southern Baptist Convention was being investigated. There's a lot of reasons why the FBI might be investigating the Catholic Church. You know? Just saying. And everyone needs to understand, right, I'm not going here. Like, I'm just telling y'all 100%. Come at me with this like, oh, well, why is the government against the Catholic Church? It's not that the government is against the Catholic Church. Don't do that. The FBI should investigate absolutely anyone who is hiding predators that are assaulting children. Period. Right? And let me I said this in the beginning, but I'm going to say it again, just so that we all understand what I mean. There is a difference between being a follower of Christ, being a practicer of Christianity being the 501c3 religion that is being run as a business that has often been used in government to persecute, to do certain types of cleansing, right? To schmurder, to rob, to control, to all the things, right? That's the religion of Christianity. It's the same religion that painted this guy white. Let me just be clear. Followers of Christ are different than people who are caught up in the Christianity perpetrated by Western countries. Just so we're clear. Okay? Yeah, so when people don't like me saying that, if you are reacting, if what I'm saying is offensive to you, if you find yourself having a reaction to me and to what I'm saying, that's an opportunity for you to examine why this bothers you. No, not all churches SA children. Let's just be clear. Not all churches do that. Okay. Christianity has often been used to perpetrate colonization, to perpetrate so many different atrocities around the world. Okay. And let me just give you a hint, right? Let me tell you how you know that the religion that you think that you practice isn't about following Christ. When you have to take your religion and you have to make its holidays mirror the holidays of pagan religion in order to get people to practice it and to easily convert, that's a problem. Jesus didn't have to make fake holidays around somebody else's religion in order to get people to convert. And y'all do know that's a thing, right? Y'all do know that Christian holidays are simply, Christmas is still Yule. And do y'all know that Easter is about a goddess? Asteros?
I forgot. It was only 30 minutes long.
Oh, cool. No worries. Right? So here's the thing. When people ask me, like, are you a Christian? Austera. Thank you, Saren. Yes. Right? Right. It's called marketing. 100%. You didn't know that? All right. So let's do it. All right. So watch this. Christian holidays with pagan origins. Here we go. Christmas, Easter, Christmas, Valentine's Day, all of those have to do with pagan origins. Okay. Let me give you yeah, baby. Can you what? I don't care. Entirely up to you. Okay. So let me pull it up. Okay, so the pagan holidays are Yule, which is winter solstice, which is celebrated December 20th through the 23rd, right? Embolic, which is the February 1st. Austera, which is Easter. That's about spring, right? Beltane, Litha. Samhain is Halloween. Yeah, that's All Saints Day. Absolutely. So, yes, Mithras is here too. Mithras is, hold on a second. Ooh, it's a bunch. So listen, this is something, here's what I will do. I will pull some of this together and I will throw it into my link tree. Okay. I'm happy to do that. But just so that everybody understands, thank you. Okay, Christan. This is what has been done throughout history. Do you want to know why people are so opposed to this? And just so that you all get this, when you say that Christianity is under attack, it's not. The values of Jesus Christ are not and will never be under attack by the majority of people. The only people that are attacking Christianity or attacking the values of Jesus Christ are folks like this, your JD Vances. Those are the folks that are attacking Christianity. All right, text me when you're there, right? Oh, dude, I'm just not even entertaining you. When I look at somebody and I can't even invite them to the panel, I'm just not. So let me be clear. That's actually how. Well, I'll tell you how. Donald, I didn't ask you who you voted for. This is not about Donald Trump. Do you see Donald Trump anywhere on the screen? I love how folks come in here and you want to make this about Donald Trump. You don't see anything on this screen about Donald Trump, do you? I'm not talking about the election at all. I didn't ask you who you voted for, did I? No, it's not. This is about what the Vice President of the United States of America said about a Christian principle that is in fact not a Christian principle, right? No, Jesus did not make Christianity. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Jesus did not make Christianity. Just so you get that clear. Nope, sure didn't. Right. Jesus was a Jew. He didn't make Christian. Right. And religion, period, is man-made. I know some of y'all about to be mad today. He did. He said no religion in his name. Why? Because religion is used to control and manipulate people. Jesus saw the effects of religion. Do y'all know that? Jesus saw the effects of religion. And do you know what he thought about it? He thought about it so much so that he turned over the tables in the temple. That's what Jesus thought of religion. Jesus thought of religion. Let me turn over these tables. Because y'all not living up to the Father. No, absolutely not. And let me just really now, if you really want me to bring it home for you, right? For whatever their atrocities they committed, let me tell you something. The same way that Jesus Christ saw what organized religion did is the same way the founding fathers. Hey, girls, hey, stop fake crying and come tell me what it is. Mila, come here. Mila, come here. Because you're fake crying right now. Come here and tell me what it is. Come here. She did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I want you to go potty on the toilet and you guys don't touch each other. So, right, Mama Duke's the Oscar. Listen, one day that's going to be the Golden Globe Oscar winning Tony. She's going to be a GOAT. Oh no, if you had seen it, it was this. Listen, this was it. It was this. Look. That's what it was. Yes, baby. I know. Please try not to get it on anything else. I've already told you ruined those. Okay. All right. So let me just go ahead and let you know what it is. I do, for real. What? Yes. All right. So listen, the same way that Jesus saw what organized religion was in the churches, right? The same way that he did that, the founding fathers saw the impact of putting Christianity into government. Y'all understand that is how we were created. That's how the country came to be. And no, it doesn't take away from, it doesn't take away from the atrocities that happened. It doesn't take away from the assholes that the founding fathers were in many, many ways, right? It doesn't take away from that, right? But it means that that's the one thing that they got right. Listen, here's the thing that we have to be able to do. We have to be able to take the good and disregard whatever doesn't resonate, right? So just because someone was a horrible person, and this doesn't mean that everything about them is horrible, right? Okay. So the founding fathers got keeping religion out of the government. They got that part right. They did. Okay, hold on. Oh. So here's the thing. If you find yourself needing to defend the religion of Christianity, I would ask you, what part of Jesus is under attack? Because if it's Jesus's values, that aren't under attack, you're not defending Christianity. You're defending a political agenda. You are defending Christian nationalism, right? That's what you're doing. And that's probably why you're upset. That's probably why you're irritated. Is because in order for you to kind of like pull that together, you have to actually take a look at you. And many people don't want to look at themselves. Right? Then if you had to admit that your anger, your defensiveness, your self-righteousness, right, wasn't about Jesus Christ, then you'd have to ask yourself, is it about sexism? Is it about racism? Is it about homophobia? Is it about transphobia? Is it about, you see what I'm saying? Are y'all following? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So you have to make it about Christ, because if it's not about that, you'd have to account for who you really are. If it's not really about the values of Jesus Christ, then you have to have, forgive the pun, but a come to Jesus moment with yourself about who you really are and what you believe and what you support. And who wants to do that? I'd rather play the victim. I would rather play the victim, not me, but I'm speaking for those people who are whatever, right? You'd rather play the victim as if someone is coming after you than take accountability for who you are. And folks, let me just say this. This is not about just Republican or Democrat or Libertarian or Tea Party or unaffiliated or independent. Those little categories, those little boxes that people are being put in, it's the same thing as Christian, Buddhist, atheist, Wiccan, and then it's even the same as Presbyterian, Catholic, Baptist, Southern Baptist, Church of God in Christ, Pentecostal, Episcopalian, right? It's all of the things. Those are boxes to put people in to be able to dictate and control what they do. None of that came from Jesus. None of that. None of that. I have JD Vance on my screen because of a quote that he gave the other in this month regarding to Christian practice. That's why he's on the screen. Right? Who is let me see if I can find this person. Where is Cindy O? I see y'all responding to Cindy O, but I don't see Cindy O's comments. Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and invite you to come up, Cindy O, so I can see what you were saying, because I missed your comment. So I sent you an invitation to join the panel. Thanks, Natalie. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm here cooking breakfast, but
No worries. No worries. So what were you saying?
Oh, I didn't even realize people were responding, but I said that I'm a Christian and I'm a very left-leaning Democratic. Or I would say left-leaning Democratic. I don't know about that, but...
Okay. So you said something that made people say, I'm not doing something. What was it that you said that I'm doing?
Oh, I didn't say I was doing anything. I said...
I'm so confused.
I said, oh, they're saying nobody is doing that? Oh, I know lots of... I'm in several groups where people are Christian and they voted Democrat.
Oh no, she said stop demon. Did you say stop demonizing Christianity?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so can you share with me how I was demonizing Christianity?
I'm sorry, I just saw Christian nationalism, follower of Christ.
No, it says Christian nationalism or follower of Christ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm a follower of Christ. Oh, okay, gosh, I'm so totally. I didn't see the or because you have all the gifts coming into it, so I didn't see the or. My bad.
No worries. Yeah. So the conversation is about the fact that Christianity is being misused in this country, and that many of the people who say that they are Christians are actually supporting Christian nationalism, and they're even supporting the religion of Christianity, but not actually the values and practices of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, so that's what that's what I've been saying, and that's the point of it. So that's why people were like, she's not demonizing Christianity. And I was like, wait, I didn't see a comment that said that I was, and so
I forgot that I said the demonizing part, but I mean, I didn't hear you. I just saw the topic literally like jumped on.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw, and I was just like, because to me, I thought you were leading on the other side, and to me, like so many, not a lot, but enough people are like, I just like, you can't be a Christian follower and not like vote for Trump or something. Luckily, I don't live in a place that's like that.
Right.
But it's just they have an actual golden goat. A golden goat that has Trump dollars all over it.
Hold on, I can do you one better. I can do you one better. Hold on, let me show you this. Hold on, 1 second. I can do you one better. They have this golden thing right here. You see that? That is a golden Trump statue that was at one of the political conventions. It was at CPAC. And there were people taking pictures with this golden statue of Donald Trump. There were people that pretended to be bowing down to worshiping him. Yeah. 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 So this is my thing. And so what I keep telling people is this, right? It is not Christianity or the principles of Christ that are under attack or that people are resisting. It is the manipulation of the values of Jesus. Hold on, Doug. I shared it with you guys the other day. I'll show it to you guys. Hold on. I need to show. I forgot I was showing it on TikTok and not on Facebook and YouTube. And they were in the comments like, I can't see it. So give me a second. So I can show it to these folks.
I'm glad you're speaking out against this. I wish more people saw this for real.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna go see my sister later on the day. She voted Trump, and she's gonna go talk about. I don't know if she'll talk about the Christianity of it, but I'm just not. I haven't seen her in months. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. So this is my thing. So see it, guys. This is it. I just put it up on the screen, over there on the YouTube and Facebook side. So yeah. So this is my thing, and people get mad about these things when I talk about them, and I don't care, right? Because for me, it's not about whether I like Donald Trump or not. It's not about Republicans versus Democrats. It's literally about what is in the best interest of people and the majority of people in this country. And what I know is that the party currently that puts forth policy that is better for poor people, marginalized people, minorities, those people, it comes from the Democratic Party. So that's where I'm voting, not because they're quote unquote Democrats, right? But because it's who's doing the best for people. And I'm not married to corporations. I don't care about billionaires. I don't care about those folks. I'm going to vote for the people that are doing what's best for the majority of Americans and who are not selling us out for position and power and money. Hold on. Hey, Mila and Bella, come here. Sweet baby Jesus. 1 second. What happened?
make it so I couldn't come out of the door when I was just trying to come out of the bathroom.
Okay. Grandbabies, right? All right. So, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Not just girls, but grandbabies, right? It's okay though. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring you up. A lot of times what I'll do is when I see people, especially when people are responding, come here, girl. Yeah. That sweet voice. Yeah, these are my grands. So I watch their mom works and she's in nursing school. And so I watch them a lot. And the older two happen to be out of school today for a teacher work day. And, you know, yeah, they're girls. Bella, can you all get?
Yeah, you're definitely right. It's the misinformation machine.
Yes,
It's
100%.
working so hard, and I think like I've been sharing. Like I used to be, I'm pretty quiet on social media until the election, and then I just did what I could. Sharing what I can, trying not to overwhelm anybody. But my big thing that I share about is misinformation, and so many people don't see that the wool was pulled over their eyes. Like a lot of times, I'll say like, "Wake
Hey,
up."
get your
And the
clothes
things
out
that
of the
I post,
slime.
because like they don't realize that they're asleep and they're I don't know what it is. They're looking at the wrong things, and it's loud and it's proud. Elon himself was in the Trump meeting the other day saying, yeah, some of the things I say aren't going to be correct.
Oh no, he literally said, I'm not going to bat. He said, I'm going to be wrong sometimes. I'm not going to bat 1,000. Well, when it's not about, so this is my thing. You have to be 1,000 when you are saying something to the entire world as justification for the things that you are doing. No, I don't feel like the Bible is fulfilling itself about the last days. And I will tell you why I don't. I am over 50 years old. Listen, there have been so many things in my life. It was the AIDS epidemic. That was the Bible fulfilling the last days. Y2K, the Bible was fulfilling the last days. Hurricane Katrina, the Bible's fulfilling the last days. Every time we turn around, and I think everybody forgets this. If you really want to talk about the Bible, what does it say? It says, no man will know the day or the hour. So the moment you think it's the last days, it's probably not.
Exactly. You can't manipulate it into thinking it's going to happen. Like it's just wild that people can think that they can do it. That's my parents are that way. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't know what to do except for like I said, I've been sharing about misinformation, about propaganda coming from that side. It's both sides. I mean, they enrage us, but most of the lies, most of the things I can fact check and say, hey, like this isn't actually happening.
Yep.
That's one side.
Yep. Yeah. To me, this thing about the last days is, again, it's another fear tactic to try to control people. So, like, to me, I just, if you live every day like it is your last, you don't got to worry about it any other day. Like, real talk.
No, you're right. And they started the indoctrination young.
Yes.
I'm a Christian evangelist, born and raised, but I wouldn't claim that now because of how they manipulated the Bible.
Right.
But mostly manipulated everything.
Yeah. So here's my thing. But hey, Mila, make sure that you do not have your slime near Tutu's rug. I do not want your slime on my rug. I'm just saying. Yes, girl, not only will I be mad, your slime will go in the trash. She said, you'll be mad? Yeah, girl, I'll be mad. But, the reason why this is necessary is because people need to understand that it is being misrepresented. It is being twisted. And this idea that somehow Christianity is the best religion. Let me just go ahead and tell you this, right? If you feel superior because you're a Christian, you're doing it wrong. Mm-hmm. Let me just say that part again. If you think that you are superior because you are a Christian or because you go to church on Sunday, you are doing it wrong. Okay? Because that's not what real followers of Christ feel like.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming up. I know you were like, well, I'm cooking. It's okay. I just wanted to see what you were saying and what was making other people react. That way everybody can join the conversation.
The or is followed. It still is. So I could see how I could have like totally missed it. But I see your point and I get it. I'll stick around, but I'm eating my breakfast.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead. Enjoy. All right. So folks, let me just say I need to cover a couple of things. Hey, please stop. Listen to me. Stop walking by the slime and then walking on my rug. I don't want you anywhere near my rug with slime. So, I'm just not doing dumb shit today. I'm not. Sorry. I just had to go ahead and do a block. So let me just say this, y'all. The fact that there are people who will come in here, right? And say dumb things. Like to me, when somebody comes in the chat and they say, Trump is your daddy, do you know what makes me think bad of you? It's not that you said Trump is your daddy. It's that you are such a piss poor American that's what you think is productive right now. You're so not interested in the direction and the well-being of the country. That's the part that makes me irritated. Really. If you're regurgitating misinformation and disinformation and you think this shit is a joke, you're missing it. Let me ask you a question. How many of you all see what's happening at G20 and the fact that we are not at the G20 summit? How many of you all know about the G20 summit that is happening right now? And that we are not there, that we're not part of it. Let me tell you to be very, very clear. We did not go. Mark Rubio said that they had better things to do, that they needed to focus on what was best for America. Meanwhile, let me tell you the theme of the G20 summit. The theme of the G20 summit is united in diversity. Okay. And you see the ambassadors to South Africa from France, from the EU, from Italy. Have you all seen the commercials? Can I show y'all? Let me show you. So I'm going to pull it up. I shared it yesterday on my Facebook Reels, and I think I even shared it on Blue Sky. But give me 1 second. I'm going to pause. Oh my gosh, stop. I don't want to. I want it to stop telling me what to do. That's what I want it to do. All right. So I'm going to show it to you. Y'all know TikTok doesn't like for me to show video. So I'm going to bring you down so that you can hear it. Okay. And then folks that are on YouTube and Facebook, I'm going to let you see it. Okay. Give me 1 second. And hey, girls, I want you to bear with me for just like 15 more minutes, please. Okay. All right. So now that I'm sharing this, I'm going to let you guys hear it on TikTok because TikTok doesn't like for me to play videos. Hey, be quiet so they can hear. Okay. Thank you. Here we go. Listen. Whoops.
Today we have a joint event by the EU, France, Italy, and Germany, and we have many parallels between the European Union and South Africa.
Like you, we are committed to multilateralism, rule-based international order, and more equity and justice in the world.
Just like you, we love our constitutional rights and protections, and we do believe in a non-racial, non-sexist democracy.
Like you, we pursue the values of solidarity, equality, and sustainability. As South Africa's most important trading partner, investment partner, and partner in values, you can rely on the European Union and its member states during G20 presidency within 2025 and beyond.
So let me just tell y'all, that was the UE, that was France, that was Italy, that was all these other countries doing a commercial about being united in democracy. Okay. And so let me just tell you, so Mark Rubio has told them, no, we're not coming. We have better things to do. We need to be working. We need to be looking at what's best for America, not for South Africa. And let me just say this, the South African president has said, okay, Donald Trump wants to stop aid from here and you want to see us, the 2025 summit. So you want to see us as nothing but a country that receives aid? We will cancel all of our stuff for you, right? And while that might hurt South Africa, I want you to be clear about something. We need their minerals. We need their minerals. Not only that, did you just hear what the EU said? The EU said, as your most important trading partner, as your most important investing partner, we are here. We are joined together with you in this summit, and we are unified in diversity. I want you all to be clear about this something, okay? They are attempting to isolate us as a country, and it will lead us to collapsing. We will be, if this continues, another Hungary. It will be an oligarchy. It will be a dictatorship. And it will be the American people that pay the price. The EU, China, Germany, Italy, France, those countries have said they are going to align with South Africa. They have said they are more than willing. Canada has said that they are looking for other countries for every one of our contracts to come up with them. They are looking for other countries to fulfill those contracts with. China has been on the move in Africa and South Africa for a long time now. Hey, girls, not so loud. Mila, did you go potty on the toilet like I asked, babe? Okay, make sure you did. Okay, good job. Thank you for helping her. So I want to be, I'm not trying to be scary or an alarmist. I want you to be informed. And I want you to realize that we are going down a horrible path that is putting the country at significant risk. It is. Is he messing with the tulips? He is. Y'all can't see Titan on TikTok. Hold on. Somebody's pointing out to me what Titan's doing in the background. So hold on. I got tulips from my daughters for Valentine's Day, and he's over there smelling them. This is what he does anytime I get flowers. He smells the flowers. He won't eat them. He literally just smells them. He won't eat them. He just smells them. He does it no matter what kind of flower I get. And now he's done sniffing it, and he's gone on somewhere else. You better get your ass down off my counter. Hey, boy. Get down. Yeah, you don't get on my kitchen counter. I don't know what we doing. We don't do that in my house. You can sniff the flowers. Don't get on my kitchen counter, son. We're going to have a problem. We don't do animals on the kitchen counters at all, ever. Mm-mm. Just so we're clear. And he tiptoed right back over this way. Yeah, not on the kitchen counter, son. Whew. Mm-mm. Okay, so yep. And that's exactly, somebody else is bringing up bricks, which we can talk about, but not today, right? It was, you see how quick that was? So I want to leave you guys with a couple of things because this is really important, okay? What are you doing? Get down. See the way he's looking at me? I do. I have a spray bottle. I just don't know where it's at right now. Yeah, he does know better. All right. So let me say this to you guys. A couple of things. If this is your first time in my live, right? First of all, welcome. Glad you're here, right? Next, let me also say this. We're not just about doing lives here. Shut up, Cam. You know it's not, right? We're not just about doing lives and talking. We like to take action in this space. So this is recorded. You can watch it again on YouTube or on Facebook. Okay. And if you Google it, you can find it. The video that I just played for you is on my Facebook and on my Blue Sky. For those of you all who ask me about my socials are at the Danny Cook, right? That's who I am. And these are the places where I'm at and where I'm active. So let me say it that way. All right. So TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Substack. I am at the Danny Cook on all of those places. It's the Danny Cook. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Substack. I'm there on all those places. If you see my name on Lemonade, if you see my name on X, if you see my name on Red Note, that is not me. So if you are just doing a social media subscription only, which includes access to my Discord, and documentary viewings and things like that, you can do that here on TikTok, or you can do it directly through me. If you are doing subscriptions that also include different programs that I have, you do those directly through me. The link will be in my link tree for subscriptions directly through me this weekend. What is in the link tree today is on Wednesday. Appreciate it, Kathy. So what is in my link tree today is the link to the recording that we did Wednesday. So Wednesday night, I did a training on something that I call CARV, C-A-R-V. They are the 4 things that you have to bring to every conversation. We talk about, and the podcast is, thank you, Linda. The podcast is The Danny Cook Show. So if you listen to podcasts on Spotify, on Podbean, on Apple Podcasts, on Audible, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeart, whatever, my podcast is there. It's The Danny Cook Show. Okay. And you can find those there. But these trainings are free to everyone in the public. When I'm getting ready to schedule another one, when I schedule a training, the link will be first. I always share the link in my Discord for subscribers first, and then I will make it available in my link tree. The last one, there were 100 spots. All of them were gone. So I will just tell you that all of them were gone. They are recorded though, and I do put them in my link tree for you to watch later. If you are in Florida, District 1 or District 6, you have a special election coming up on April 1st. If you are in those districts, please make sure that you vote and that you vote for your progressive candidates. And the reason why is because with that, we could take the House back. Okay. It will be an uphill battle, but it can be done. If you are not in those states or districts, you can go to mobilize.us and you can actually find ways to phone bank, text bank, write postcards, and contribute in other places and other ways. You can also do things like support the ACLU, NPR, PBS, The Guardian, BBC, other places like that that are going to give you reliable information and news information. So those are all the things that you can do. And of course, you can always, if you're not subscribing to me, you can always support my work with Venmos or Cash Apps, whatever works for you, right? And so, so can I just go ahead and do this real quick? Because I'm happy to do this. It works really quick for me. You're not a real, so Heathy J, if you're a real person, go ahead and join the panel. And I'm happy to chat with you and tell you exactly who I am to do what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. If you're a real person and not a bot, then join the panel. Just hit the little blue and pink people down at the bottom and I'll bring you right up here. Okay. All right. Other than that, I will be back this evening around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to go live again. And we'll talk about some more things. If you know of other special elections that are being held, we know that one just happened in Pennsylvania. But if you know of any others, then, make sure that we all stay informed and we do those things because we had a lot of work to do. Make no mistake, though, the work is going to be twofold. The work is on a personal level within ourselves. The work is also within our circles of influence. And then the work is also in our political arenas and with our politics. It's in all of those spaces. Okay. So also, if you want to know my strategies for contacting your representatives, you can find those in my link tree as well. Calling is fine. I think emailing is better. I think emailing and then posting it on your socials and tagging your representatives is better. I also think getting petitions together, sending copies of those to your legislators is better. I think sending those to your local media and writing letters to the editor is better. All of those are things that help hold them accountable and give a little bit more bite to what you do, right? Yes, the answer is yes to that. So, yep, take deep breaths, be informed but not overwhelmed. I'm going to go so I can handle these girls because it's a lot. I appreciate you all very much. We will talk. Little do I think, yes, I do think there's point in contacting her. But I think if you're going to contact MTG Shannon, what I would tell you is I would get a petition signed by all the people that you know in your community, in your circle of influence, that feel the way you do. And there's probably more of them than you think. I would get that petition signed, 50, 60, 100 names. And then I would make a copy of that petition. And then I would send that to her. And then I would put it out on my social media. And then I would write the letter to the editor. Because once these Republicans start to see that they have constituents that don't support what's going on, they're more likely to switch their positions than just keep going along with the things, right? Got it? So those are the things that I recommend to be impactful. I appreciate you guys for gifting and subscribing and all the things. Appreciate you very much. Have a safe weekend. For those of you all that are like me and you have an e-home learning day, God bless you because you probably need it and all the things. So, yeah, holy G's. So appreciate you all very much. Have a good weekend and I'll see you all.